Having friends that you mostly study with is absolutely life-changing. Imagine waking up at 1 p.m. because you're a big waste man, and then you get a message, "Hop on Discord, it's study time!" You look at it, you're like, what? Why would I join you? Oh, I have stuff to do, yeah. True. Fair point, I guess. I'm better than 10. And then you end up having a much better day, productively hanging out with your buddies. Doesn't this sound great? To me it does. Unconvinced? Let me tell you something. What makes people happy? Money? No, of course not. Relationships. That's the scientific answer.
Well, the lessons aren't about wealth or fame or working harder and harder. The clearest message that we get from this 75-year study is this: good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. Is that social connections are really good for us, and that loneliness kills. And we know that you can be lonely in a crowd and you can be lonely in a marriage. So the second big lesson that we learned is that it's not just the number of friends you have, and it's not whether or not you're in a committed relationship, but it's the quality of your close relationships that matters. It turns out that living in the midst of conflict is really bad for our health. High conflict marriages, for example, without much affection, turn out to be very bad for our health, perhaps worse than getting divorced. And living in the midst of good, warm relationships is protective. It wasn't their middle-aged cholesterol levels that predicted how they were going to grow old. It was how satisfied they were in their relationships. The people who were the most satisfied in their relationships at age 50 were the healthiest at age 80.
And when you think about it, it has a ton of sense. Like, you know, we make careers, we make money, we help others, we do something. It's all ultimately so we can feel loved, accepted, needed, appreciated, understood, appreciated. But appreciated by who? By everyone? This is impossible. We have limited time, limited energy. How about we prioritize it?
But it's the quality of your close relationships that matters.
Okay, so who do we focus on? Because becoming friends with anyone who just happened to like me is not really an option. Okay, you know how people are. It's like, what are your interests? I love going to the parties, man. Life's about having fun. And I'm like, good for you, man. I'm interested. Tell me more. Don't tell me. Just don't tell me. I know everything I have to. But this is the best period of your life. Who you are and what do you know? The best period of my life is still ahead of me. The bar is not high. The best parties will come to me in the future. This is just not what I'm looking for. I'm going my own way, and I guess we'll see in 10 years who was right and who lives a better life. Or 20 years. Or 30. Or 2. You know, I'm out here on a mission. I care about people that can accompany me on the way up. I care about people that want to make this world a better fucking place. And you know, and people who study a lot themselves and want to support each other in constant improvement sound like just the people to be around. You know, it kind of reminds me of people who study and who want you to study with them and to stop procrastinating. What I'm saying is that there is a chance that the people who want to study with you are the good people for you. There is a chance. Now let's talk about the science of studying with others, not just the relationships. Why studying with others is so effective? First thing is the watching eye effect. You might have heard about such experiments that they put a poster on a wall with eyes on it, and they observed people's behavior, and they concluded that people behave in a more socially accepted way just because of the poster, just because of the symbol of eyes, of someone watching them. It's totally subconscious and people just behave differently. I think that's a big reason why studying with others works so well. Because at least for me, always cameras on. I want to know that someone is there and could be watching me, because we're studying, we're not watching each other all the time. Just the sole possibility of someone watching me and then my camera is on, it makes me behave differently. And it's not like I will watch memes, I will play games. Hello, hello. 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 No, I'm here to study. There are other people with me here that expect me to study. I just have to study. It puts a constraint on what I do, right? People expect me to study, so I cannot let them down. I have to study. There are people who join us studying, cameras off, screen sharing off, but it's just like, it doesn't make sense for me, it doesn't work for me. And also, how would you make friends? Like, there's just nothing, like, we're not even together. This is how you can use a watching effect to your advantage. Even if you prefer studying alone, if you don't want to engage with anyone, don't want to message anyone, take breaks with others, nothing. Just go to a public Discord server for studying together, camera on, join random people, and just do your thing. And then the second thing is that for me, studying with others is a keystone habit. You might have heard about the idea from different productivity content creators. This idea of a keystone habit comes from a classic book on habits, The Power of Habit. And its given definition is a small change or habit that people introduce into their routines that unintentionally carry over into other aspects of their lives. Right? So I think that studying with others is this environment, because you will either make friends that are also into productivity, that want to better themselves and improve their lives, which is an environment that encourages growth of everyone there. But even if you won't make friends, you'll be more productive overall, which is already a big snowball for just improving your life. But how do we actually put this off in practice? Because of course in practice it's not that easy, it's fairly easy, but we gotta invest some energy first into it. At least for me, my long-term goal is to, as an introvert, is to have a private group of close friends that I feel comfortable around. But we gotta start somewhere, right? We gotta start somewhere. And I was successful in the past 2 years ago, so I'm gonna tell you how I did it and what I would recommend doing. So first, if I had to start over, I would start with the biggest study server on Discord, Study Together. It's the biggest server, so it's kind of basic, but it's a good place to start to get into the environment, right? So what I did 2 years ago was I went to the channel looking for study buddy, where people announce themselves as a study buddies potential, and you can just look to people and message them. So what I would recommend paying attention to, mainly the country of origin, because time zones have to be at least comparable. That's why I mainly study with people from Europe. So that's important to find someone that suits you. And I messaged 2 years ago, I messaged this guy, and I was probably super lucky. Wait, I'll show you. I messaged him some basic information about myself, and it was like, we can try it out, let's see how it goes. So that was super chill, and I was really lucky with this one because one other person also messaged them. So there were 3 of us studying for like a few days straight, and we liked each other enough that we sat one evening together for like 2 hours, and we were just not studying, just talking to each other about who we are and what's up, what are our hobbies, what's your favorite color and stuff. And that's how our friendship started. That's how the whole group started, right? Because then other people started joining us. We made a server. I mean, I will not tell you in detail what even happened there, but during the week we were studying, and on Sunday we were meeting each other, playing games together, just talking, watching things, listening to music. It was just like a big experience, a big life-changing experience. One guy from Turkey ended up visiting me 2 times in my country. I visited my friend in Slovakia once, and then with one friend from my country I ended up going on a trip into the mountains, and it was also quite a big experience. And overall, as a group, we challenged each other to grow as people all the time. Yep, that happened. They challenged me one time to approach people on the street to fight my social anxiety, and from there, it only got better. it was just a big life-changing experience. And I hope that some of you will also have these big positive experiences from studying with others. Oh, also, one more disclaimer, there is a chance that we could study together, but my time is limited, okay? Also, studying in large groups is not a great idea because you lose the individuality, but maybe we'll meet each other. It would be nice to one day create our own community, our own server, but that's for the future. I had my first viewers reach out to me on Discord, but it's still, I think, too early, a bit too early. This channel has to grow a bit, and then we'll do something. And so I wish you guys all the very best. Good luck, and thanks for watching. Let's eat something, I'm super hungry. What can I do? Pasta? I have tomato sauce. It's fine, it's good enough. I'm just hungry.